this. Let me adjust this a little bit. Let's see if people get on. If you're watching this now, do a hashtag replay or after the fact. I'm going to tag some of my people that are online and see if they can join me. Let's see. We got some people. All right. If you're just jumping on, please tag some of your people. And if you're, yay, Epcot's so much fun, Lauren. So what I wanted to touch on today, or not just today, but I guess in this video, would be your VIP page and growing. And by growing, I mean in all areas, kind of, but mostly in your people, your customers. So I'm gonna give it a few and see who else gets on. Say hey when you're on. Lauren, I'm so jealous of your trip. We can't wait to go back. So I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. We are actually at our farm camping. We have a farmhouse here, but we bring our camper. Hey Brittany, hey Ashley. So we're outside, so hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I'm kind of blocked. Hey Rachel. So this will be short, pretty short and sweet. I kind of just want to get to it, but I had a few things over the last kind of like 2 weeks that kind of brought some things to my attention that maybe I haven't touched on and I should share. So first, I kind of just want to give what I do for my VIP page to stay active, to make sure, or try to make sure that they're seeing my posts and things like that. So pretty much my rule for my VIP page is that I post starting around 8 a.m. in between 8 and 8:30. Obviously, gauge your audience. If there are early risers or late risers, accommodate. And then I normally post every 2 hours throughout the day. If we have stuff going on, it might be a little bit dialed back, 2.5, 3 hours if there's not like a ton of things going on. And I also do not post just Scentsy. Matter of fact, if we have something going on, it's obviously going to be more heavily saturated with Scentsy posts. But when it's not, there's a lot of personal stuff. There's a lot of, hey Eddie, there's a lot of what's going on, my kids, what do you guys think, dinner suggestions, like literally just life, decor, trips. There's a ton of different things in my VIP page. I think that we're kind of on that level. So a lot of people share what they're doing for the weekend, their kids, kind of what's going on in their life, all types of things like that. I really wanted to pride this season on being personal. If you're not personal, you're not going to be able to build those connections on that level. And that's what I want with my people. I want a personal relationship. I do not want this to feel like it's a business transaction whenever we're conversating. So yeah, Eddie. So I really pride myself on that. And it actually was brought to my attention from numerous, I'm going to say at least 4 different off the top of my head in the last 2 weeks, 4 different new people and people that have been around for a while. I think I need to take that in. That they have experienced a lot of, let me go ahead and take this in. Hold on. It is always something. I literally cannot make this up. It's always something. That awning, the wind was catching it, and I was just waiting for it to snap and break. So anyway, so they had brought to my attention that they knew or had came across a bunch of Scentsy consultants, because let's be serious, when I first thought about joining, I was like, so many people sell Scentsy, there's no way this lasts for me, it's not gonna happen. And here we are, right, over a year later. I can't believe it's already been a year. I was just telling Eddie, it's just past her year. I think she joined in June or end of July. Actually, end of July. So she's been in a year. Robin, I just told her this morning, she's been in a year. We've had a lot of 1 year marks for a lot of our group, which is crazy. Anyway, they had told me that they could genuinely feel that I care, and I do. They could genuinely say that I go out of my way for everyone that interacts with me. I do. And I'm glad that that comes across, because that's what I'm here for. I can't imagine not. And in my mind, I know, and I just had this conversation with a brand new person who just joined my group, who just had her first purchase with me through a party. And she said, thank you so much for caring. And I'm like, I work a 9 to 5. I work hard for my paycheck. If I choose to spend any portion of my paycheck with anyone, that's a big deal. We're all out here working hard for the money that we earn. And if you choose to spend that with me and my Scentsy business, whether it's because you want to try Scentsy, because you're supporting someone that's hosting a party for me, whatever the case may be, that's a big deal. And if you're not treating that like a big deal, that's a problem. Like, when we spend our money, I don't want to go and spend. I'm very, very big on this, especially when we're doing all of our home renovations. I try to pick local small businesses that I am familiar with, or that I want to give a chance to, or that cares, before I go to the big box company that I'm just a number, right? And when people buy from our businesses, it's the same thing. If you're genuine and you reach out and you care and you want that, like, I care if they like their products or not. If they choose bars that they don't really like, I'm so sad. One, because I always want to help people pick scents, because I think I'm really good at it. And so I'm sad if they spent their money and they're like, I don't really like this. How sad am I when I order anything from anywhere, even if it's Amazon? It's like, I really don't even like this. And maybe it's hard to return. There's a lot of times I don't shop at certain stores that it's a difficult process to return because of that reason. It's like, well, I don't want to be out this money, and I'm not even liking what I spend it on. So I think we all should think about that. I will go back to a small business person that treated me with care, that was personal, and that really reached out and was genuine, before I spend it with someone else. I will spend more money with someone else that does that than to go the cheaper route of someone who really just doesn't care. They're just happy to collect my money and move on. So I think if we keep that in our mind, I think it makes a difference on how we interact with people. Like, if this was my paycheck and I was spending it, how would I feel? So that was one thing that has been brought up just over the last 2 weeks that I often just overlook. And it kind of just stems like, treat people how you want to be treated. How great does it feel when a company recognizes that you're supporting them and is appreciative and thankful and understands that you're working hard for your money and you're choosing to spend it with them? That's a big deal. So I think I've been pushing really hard about follow-ups. You should be doing follow-ups weekly with your people, and not in search of something else, not in search of an order, not in search of hosting, not in search of getting them to do something else. Don't follow up with people with a motive, right? We should be following up with people because we genuinely care, because we genuinely want to make sure that what they spent their hard-earned money on, that they are enjoying. And if they aren't, is there a way that we can make sure that they do next time, or that we can make it right this time? I don't do this for every single order, but if someone comes back to me and is like, I'm really not liking the bars I picked, one, I'm sorry. Two, for any future purchases, please, please, please don't feel like it's a hassle. Please reach out to me so I can help you. And three, if I can, I'm going to send you 2 bars out of my collection. I'm not going to do that every single time. I'm not going to replace a 10-bar order. I'm not going to do those. But if it's 1 or 2 bars and I can spare $3 shipping, I'm going to do that. And it just happened this past week, and I'm going to send her 2 bars, but I let her know, like, hey, that's a one-time thing, but please reach out to me when you're picking things in the future. So we should be really, really, really putting every single one of our individual customers, people on a pedestal, right? Like, that's your only customer, because at one day that may be your only customer. So I pride myself on that. My follow-ups normally never touch on buying again. Hey, we have this going on. Hey, there's an LTO. Hey, there's clearance. In my follow-up, it is, hey, how are you liking your products? We chit chat about that. I hope you have a great weekend. 90% of my follow-ups go just like that. There is nothing additional. Not here's my link when you want to order. Here's nothing. I'm pushing absolutely nothing other than wanting to know how you feel. And that's it. How was your experience? And that's it. Now, if it's someone who's like, oh, I need to make another order, or they lead into that, I will then say, yeah, you have added quite a few big orders. Like, you should definitely let me help you earn 3.5 off. If you're going to do another big order, let me do you a shopping link. Then I will offer whatever's going to benefit them at that time. So just something to think about with your follow-ups, while I'm so big on them, why I'm so big on being personal. And I think I've skipped over some of the stuff that I've done as far as going the extra mile and when I reach out. And I think it's important to share that. And then back to my VIP page. So I'm posting every 2 hours, maybe every 3. I try to do at least one thing interactive every single day, because interaction from the group that they enjoy, that's fun, keeps your posts, right? Having those comments, it keeps them at the top. So you kind of want to do stuff fun. Plus, I like doing all the what's your name based on your birthday, like that kind of fun stuff. You should also be sharing your VIP page in every single party that you have. Every single thank you that I post in a party, I ask them to join. Every single, and that's in every single party. I also end with asking them to join. If I follow up, sometimes in my thank you cards, if I know they haven't joined, hey, you should join. And share what you're doing, right? Because I just had someone ask me, well, what's your VIP page entail? It's where I spoil the heck out of you. We have fun stuff. I share things. I share tips. I do all my giveaways there. I am doing anything that I offer one-on-one for me as far as specials and deals, and that stuff has to be in a private setting. That's where I reach out to people to let them know what's going on. That kind of stuff. I also share it in my emails. Hey, if you haven't joined my VIP page, this is what we do there. Please join. Give them the link. All of those things are super, super important. My VIP page is literally where I go every single day. So if you're not sharing that repeatedly, people read over things. I'm guilty of reading halfway through and being okay, not realizing there's a VIP page, that kind of stuff. And if you haven't done a Grow the Group giveaway, where all they have to do is invite people, anyone can enter. There's no stipulations. There's no just to grow the group. Try to do those once a season, right? Because when you have parties, you're having a bunch of new people come in. So I think that's really, really, really huge. I know I've done a lot of talking. Is there anything else you guys really want me to touch on? VIP page, staying consistent. You don't want to be jumping on your VIP page once a week. Not even just once a day. Once a day is not enough. Not enough. You want to be every few hours in your VIP page. And I schedule my posts the night before. When I get into bed at 11 o'clock, I take the next 30 minutes and look they're all back there. I schedule all my posts for the next day that evening before. And I do that every single day now. Kristen instilled that on me because I was slacking on my VIP page and scrambling to do posts the day of. Life just gets in the way, and you can't do that. So I replaced my TikTok scrolling with scheduling posts, and that's okay. So just something to think about. If you're being personal with a motive, that's not being personal and that's not being genuine. So I just want us all to think about that, right? You get your Scentsy paycheck. Where are you spending it? How do you feel if you spend it somewhere and you're just a number? Those things are huge, and people notice. They notice. To get those compliments, I literally was speechless. Like, you guys do know that there's a lot of Scentsy consultants, and you're choosing me, and you're now letting me know, like, hey, I'm choosing you because you're a good person and you care, and I love that you care about me. No. Oh, you cut your finger? Yeah, oh, bleeding. You want me to kiss it? No, it's bleeding. Okay, it's bleeding. So I just wanted to pop on here quick. I owe you some more lives. I hope I can do this again tonight. I'm going to go over parties and stuff like that. I think I'm going to touch on parties and kind of how I'm trying to book them and my planning for them and that kind of stuff. So hopefully I can do that tonight. Kristen literally just had her entire VIP page show up for her birthday. Can we touch on that? Kristen just did an event with her people for her birthday, and they showed up. They paid money to book to go do something with Kristen. If that doesn't tell you how genuine, how personal, and how consistent she is with her people, that they value her on that level to show up for her birthday, I don't know what else does. I really don't know what else does. That is a testimony to her as a person, to her as a consultant. A huge testimony. And she literally texted me like, I'm going to cry. She promoted this month. All of her, if you don't think people can't tell when you're trying to do something for a purpose other than to be genuine, you're wrong. You're wrong. We all can read right through that. Your approach, I'm sure, is readable. So that is huge. Kristen is on fire this month, and there's no other reason other than consistency, being genuine, and showing up even through the hard times. So I just can't preach the genuine aspect enough. So yeah, Kristen killing it. And it was super cool. I hope she can do something like that with her peeps often. So I'm going to jump off here. So if you're just jumping on, just watch the replay. I'm hopefully going to save this and upload it also. Yes, Kristen, you can smell someone who's that's approaching you for a motive a mile away. There's no hiding that. No hiding that. So remember, your follow-ups are for genuine purposes, not for anything other than to build a relationship. So that's the biggest thing I can share. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. We're hopefully going to head to a farm and enjoy this beautiful weather. So hope you guys have a good one. And I hope I can get on later tonight, but TBD, because you know how these kids are. So bye guys.